topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the host and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Ask the Expert Show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV, where we bring you educational information from experts on such topics as legal, health, financial, and home improvement. Now sit back and listen to our experts in community association law, estate planning law, tax relief, Medicare, public insurance adjusters, neuropathy treatment, business brokers, and personal injury law, along with many other topics. Now here's your host for the last 17 years, Steve O.
Dallas-Fort Worth, my favorite cities. I was actually brought up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're now out of the South Florida area. I got to tell you, the last Wednesday of the month at 4:25 Central Time is like, this is my easiest show to do. And it's because of our listeners and our viewers with your questions. But we've got the great Dr. Daniela Gamboa of the Elite Care Clinic. Good afternoon, Dr. Gamboa.
Hey, Steve, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, God, we love having you. You know, people love the way you break things down, how you teach. And, you know, you've got that somewhere inside of you, got that professor in your heart. I know you love educating people.
Yes. I like that's what I want, and that's like why I have this channel or this way of like telling patients, advocate for your health. Don't just accept your labs are normal, or if you're still feeling fatigued, tired, and you have no answers, and you're still getting that, oh, everything is normal. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to look for someone that does a functional medicine, or someone that looks the overall picture, goes into the root cause of the problem, which what we do, and not try to only attack the symptoms by themselves, because everything is interconnected. And what I wanted to like discuss a little more, or like just give you the idea, or like the food for thought, I would say, is that the microbiome, how important is our microbiome and the gut, how much that affects our metabolism, our hormone metabolism, our like thyroid, our immune system is so important. And like nowadays with all this pesticides, with all these chemicals and additives that we have in our food, that kills all that diversity. Because think like the microbiome, like the Amazon. So we have so many different species, and that's how it has to be, because each species does their thing, like helps with the immune system and helps with our mental health, because 90% of the serotonin is made in our microbiome, so and our metabolism of our hormones and everything goes from there. So if we have one thing to improve, it's our microbiome. So like, let's go ahead and try to eat more fermented things, or even like get a very good quality probiotic fiber. And that's how you have to do. But natural ways, Greek yogurt, fermented, kimchi, anything that is without additives, without any like processed foods. But yes, microbiome is what we need to improve, and that's going to improve everything else.
It's funny, Dr. Gamble, we've been doing this show for about 3 or 4 years now, and it's funny. We get so many letters, people going, what does Dr. Gamboa do that looks so good? And I take the same medications or supplements or diet she has. The only problem with that is everybody's body is different, right?
Oh my gosh, yes, like that is correct. Like Steve, I know we have like, and genetics plays a big role in our lives, like also with our immune system, and that's something like that we all have to we cannot change that. So we have to see the best way of like working with it, not against it. And we have to like go ahead and improve our health, and so that we can have a better quality of life.
I want to just mention this because starting July the 1st, if a person is on Medicare, now, not that you take Medicare, but if a person is on Medicare and they've wanted to go on Ozempic isn't one of the drugs, but there's two of them. I think Monjovi is maybe one of them, but
Monjaro, yes, with
yeah,
Ozempic,
yes,
Monjaro, like, but those for diabetics. But thank you for bringing this,
because
Steve.
it's going to be like
Yes,
$50 a month,
yes,
which is
I am so
amazing.
excited for that. And I hope that this is like, I see it more like as a pilot program. And I hope that all the insurances like see the benefits from this, and they can improve their plans, and they can improve their coverage, because it's a no-brainer, like, so if we give these medications to patients, of course, there's no magic shot. And that's also what I have to like be very blunt and very direct, and like, there's nothing magic. So there's no magic shots. You have to improve your healthy eating habits. We have to exercise. Along with this, this is just one more tool in our toolbox to help patients with obesity, because obesity is a chronic disease. So now that Medicare came up with this pilot program, I'm so
Yes.
excited. A lot of my patients are going to benefit from it. I do have some Medicare patients. So they are going to pay only $50 for the weight loss medications. Of course, there's a little bit of some guidelines that we have, and then also like who is the one that is a good candidate. So we
Yes.
have to make sure that the patients that are going to be good candidates, or to have the coverage approved for them, is going to be the ones that they have coronary vascular disease, or like cardiovascular disease, CVD, and then also that they have a BMI greater than, again, like before, like if it's like 25, then they have to have more chronic problems. If it's more than 30, or if it's more than 35, then so like all this requirements. But yeah, it's a great start. Like it took a long time for Medicare to take the leap and to like start this, but I hope that everyone else is going to follow, because always Medicare, they follow Medicare rules most of the times. So
Yeah.
let's hope that this is going to be one of those that everyone else is going
Yes.
to
You know how much I love this product. We've talked about it on the show before,
yes.
but I want to tell you this is the only problem I have with it. I might be wrong, but I think once you kind of reach your desired weight, if you get off of it, couldn't you gain the weight back? And the reason why I'm saying this pilot program is good till December of
20, yes, it's going to
2027.
be good for 18 months. Yes.
Yes. So what does a person do for maintenance if they pull the program? That's the only problem I
Yes,
see.
that is an excellent question. And that's also the same question that I make. But like most of the times, whenever we have these pilot programs, they see how good the patients are, like how like they're improving. Because also, if you for most of the part, if you lose a lot of weight, then you may not need as many medications for blood pressure. And then also like your diabetes may be on remission, you're going to be much better. So if they see all the benefits, I am like hoping that they will go ahead and extend this, because you are right. I mean, this is only for a limited time. And obesity, again, is a chronic disease. So if we have to treat it as a disease, we have to do this. Unfortunately, some people don't see it this way. They just think, I'm going to lose my weight, and then I'm going to do it on my own. Unfortunately,
Yes.
obesity is very complex. It's not like that. I mean, our bodies are built to like pack the fat as energy, and they're not built to lose weight. So every time we're going to lose weight, everything is going to happen like the metabolic adaptation, so that your body is going to try to recover what it lost. So every time it's going to happen the same thing. So we have to always do something to help. But again, the pillars of everything is healthy eating habits and exercise. And what kind of exercise? I don't want you guys to be spending 2 or 3 hours in the gym doing cardio. Cardio is great for the health, for your heart, but it does nothing for the weight. Like we have to make sure that we improve our muscle mass. We are going to improve our protein intake, and we're going to do resistant exercise because that's what's going to help with everything else.
So, Dr. Gamboa, I'm going to give you 4 words. These are, I guess, areas of health that people most have been asking about over the last 4 weeks. And I'm going to let you choose which one you want to talk about. People want to know what peptides are. People want to know what holistic medicine actually means. They wanted to know about the side effects for the skinny injection. And the other one is, what is functional medicine? So I'm going to let you choose which one you want to talk about.
So I think I can give you like a combined answer for all this. That is going to touch a couple of things. So we can start by the functional medicine part. And then functional medicine is, as I mentioned at the beginning, is the way we treat the whole person all in one, trying to find the root cause. We do a more personalized, and that goes into the holistic way because we try to like make all your organs, everything to function like in an harmony and everything to work well. But again, we have to find what is causing the dysfunction, what is causing the problem. We not only treat, oh, you're having a headache. Okay, let's give you Tylenol or ibuprofen, but we have to find out why you're having the headache. Is it
Right.
that you didn't sleep well? Is it that you have sleep apnea? Is it that your blood pressure? So all these kind of things that we have to look. But that's what functional medicine does. We look at the root cause. We treat the person as the whole person, as a patient, and then also we it's more personalized because it's not a cookie cutter thing. Because we know that every single one, as you mentioned at the beginning, that everybody is different, yes, and everybody's going to respond different to the medicines and even to the how, like Steve likes to call them, the skinny shots. Those are the GLP-1s and the tirzepatide. Those are the medications that are going to help you lose weight. Like anything, like one medication may do wonders for a patient, and the other, and it can cause a lot of adverse effects for the other. So every single person is different. We have to find the patient where, or meet the patient where they are, and we have to see what is going to work for them. So that's one area. In terms of the adverse effects of the medications, so it's a very good question because again, like there's a lot of buzzing around in the social media as well about how bad this patient did, all these adverse effects that they have. And I will just tell you, if you are under a doctor and we are doing a medical weight loss treatment for you, and you have, we are monitoring you, we are like having nutritionists follow with you, we are monitoring everything, then your adverse effects are very minimal. And those adverse effects are nausea, that's the most common one. The other most common one is constipation. And if like you ate something that you were not supposed to eat, or your body told you, hey, we shouldn't eat this, you're gonna have diarrhea.
Yeah.
Other than that, they are very well tolerated. Of course, if like maybe someone breaks the rules, I had one of those patients that they were on these injections and they decided to have a few more drinks than usual, then you can develop something called pancreatitis. That is inflammation of your pancreas. And that is very dangerous. It could be fatal whenever you're having a lot of inflammation of your pancreas. The worst thing is whenever that gets inflamed, it forms an abscess, and then you can die from it. So that's why that's very important to know, all these side effects. But again, the first thing is number one, get the as much as possible the branded FDA approved medications. Next is going to be a doctor that is going to monitor you. You're going to have nutritional advice. So, and you're not going to be alone with this in this journey, because you have to call it like this. It's a lifelong journey. It's not just a diet plan that is for 3 months or 6 months. This is a lifelong journey. I hope I answered most of it.
Yes. It's so obvious you love what you do. Another question people are asking is, have you hired a new assistant yet?
I'm in the look for it. I'm working on it. And then that's the thing. And this couple of weeks they've been a little crazy right now because I am in the process of switching EMRs, that's electronic medical record systems. So that's been a little crazy. It's like starting all over again. But I think this new system is going to help us more, and it's going to give us less burden on the administrative part. So I think that it's going to free us more, and then that's also like another way for me to like start seeing more patients, because it's going to be much better, less burden on all of my stuff and me, and I think that's going to help us, because nowadays AI helps us in a lot of ways, administrative wise. And I think with that the workflow gets better, and then I can probably see like more patients, and that's, I think, what
So
is
do
going
you
to
think
happen.
AI, do you see AI being a big help?
Yes, in the sense of, like, for example, like faxes electronically, they get into the system, and then automatically the system matches with the patient, and then it takes it directly into the charts instead of you manually doing. Of course, you always have to monitor and check if it was done correctly, especially if there's like Hispanics, we tend to call ourselves like the same name, like so many, like for example, not to be like Mr. Smith, right? Like the Smith, like a last name. So like you can have like so many of the same first name and last name, but we have to make sure that the system put in the right person's chart, whatever record it was. But I think it helps tremendously with those kind of AIs. I think AI is a great tool. I don't think it's a replacement. I think it's a tool that help us, like a virtual assistant or like an assistant to help with the administrative part.
Uh, this is a question from Mindy. She's from TikTok. She wants to know: are all these different areas of flu, are they now in the past, or do we still have to worry?
I'm sorry, was it the flu, she said?
Yeah, like she said, like the bird flu and some of these flus that are coming over from other countries.
So like, like right now, like because like we are in summer, like so like we are not seeing that much in there, even though like maybe a week ago I saw a patient with COVID, but
Oh,
she went to Florida, and she came back with symptoms, and I tested and it was positive. So it's still lurking around. I don't think it's going to be as severe, but right now in the summer, then we don't see it as much unless you went somewhere, right? But like then our time for the flu is going to start, like vaccination, we start September, October, and then we start seeing that. But right now I'm not seeing any cases of flu or anything. But yes, again, I saw recently a COVID person, but she flew to Florida maybe a week or two before, and then she was having symptoms.
were you surprised when you saw COVID?
Oh yeah, I was like, what, at this time of the year? Like because again, like summer. But she just had like some upper respiratory symptoms. But also like this patient is immunocompromised. She has other problems. So I think that's why she developed those kind of like symptoms.
Uh, and this is something we've discussed before. People want to know: is there two or three different supplements that people should be taking?
That's an excellent question. So, in terms of supplements, usually I tell the patients we always check for the major ones like vitamin B12, iron, vitamin D. Unless you have like bariatric gastric surgery, then that's a long list of things that we have to look for: vitamin A, copper, zinc. But like for the major ones, like we have to always check, because I don't like the idea of just giving you blindly the supplements or recommending unless we need them. Because also with vitamins, remember this: not because it's a vitamin, it means more is better. So vitamins can be toxic in very high levels. So vitamins, we always have to be like the Goldilocks: not too little, not too much, we just right. Because whenever you have a deficiency, you have problems. Whenever you have toxicity, you have problems. So always try to check, whenever you go to the doctor, or whenever you have your annual check, make sure that they can add those levels, especially iron in females, especially in the perimenopause, or whenever you're bleeding too much. a lot of the times your body can be compensated, and the normal blood work, it says that you don't have anemia. However, you're feeling very tired and you're fatigued, but you're being dismissed because they see that your hemoglobin is normal. And unfortunately, they don't check for ferritin. Ferritin is the deposits of the iron. And if we don't check that, we're not going to know how your levels are. And most of the times I see ferritins on the floor. They're very, very low. And that's why that's one of the causes of the fatigue, because then the iron is low and then your thyroid is not working well, because your thyroid needs iron, one of the enzymes for the conversion of the T4 to T3. T3 is the active biologic part of your thyroid. This is the one that is going to determine your metabolic rate, is going to determine your energy, is going to determine if your hair grows, if not. So all of that is determined by the thyroid. But if we don't check those things, then we don't know. So I would say vitamin D, if you're indoors all the time, because most likely you're vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin B12, if you are vegan, you're not really eating like any sources of like animal protein, or you're not having anything. And iron, if you're really having heavy periods and you're not eating a lot of iron rich foods, then those are the supplements that you can think of.
Final question. Thank you so much for giving us your time, Dr. Gamboa. I was curious because there's articles starting to come out about vitamin C. Can you take too much vitamin C?
Yes, like that is a very great question, because too much vitamin C is not good either. So again, that goes along with the vitamins, like, so we don't want to acidify any system too much with vitamin C. Vitamin C is great for the immune system, but also vitamin C enhances the absorption of iron. So for those instances, you can take like a vitamin C, but not too much. You don't want to acidify the urine too much. You don't want to acidify too much. So again, balance about the vitamin C or any vitamin.
Okay. Dr. Gamboa is with us the last Wednesday of the month at 4:25 Central Time. So it's really easy to know when her next show is. Dr. Gamboa, give people your website. A lot of people are asking that.
Oh, sure. Like my website is www.elitecare-clinic.com. Pretty easy.
As always, we love having you. God, our listeners love having you. Have a good week. Keep taking care of those patients. You do such a great job.
Thank you. And again, like, advocate for your health, and always try to at least walk and do some like resistant exercises, take some sun, and we need all that. But again, like, advocate for your health, and I'm here to educate you, and I love doing this, trying to like tell you like how to advocate for your health, and don't get your symptoms dismissed.
Much love, Dr. Gamboa. We'll see you next month.
You guys too. Thank you. Take care.
It's Dr. Gamboa, the Elite Care Center. She's amazing. She's been with us for about 3 years. Hey, that's going to do it for us today. Our TikTok audience, hang out with us for a few minutes afterwards. We'll be back again with you next week at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll see you then.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Expert show on W4CY Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in next week and every week to hear more from our experts on personal injury, insurance, air condition repairs, estate planning, Medicare, and many other topics in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement. See you next week.